Hi, I'm Milan, and in this video let us try to find out the factors of quadratic expressions. Before we do that, let's do a small craft activity. Let us create some rectangular and square shapes from a stiff cardboard. So create a square shape having sides as x units by x units, a rectangular shape having sides as x units and 1 unit, a smaller square shape having sides as 1 unit by 1 unit. And let's take a convenient length for these units. Say we'll take 1 unit as 3 centimeters and x units as 14 centimeters. We need 2 pieces of the largest square shape, 8 pieces of the rectangular shape, and 16 pieces of the smaller square shape. We used to solve a lot of jigsaw puzzles when we were young kids. Do you still love solving those puzzles? Would you like to solve a puzzle now? So from the pieces that you have created, take one piece having sides x and x, take 6 pieces having sides x and 1, and take 8 pieces having sides 1 and 1. And the puzzle for you is that you have to create a rectangle, a big rectangle using these pieces. So before that, let us try to understand the rules for this puzzle. So the rules are, you must match a piece with side x units with another piece having side x units only. So you can match the x units like this. It could be on the right hand side or on the left hand side. It could be below or above, but it cannot be like this. Here we are trying to match the x unit with the 1 unit, which is not possible. And then the second rule is you have to match a piece with the side of 1 unit with another piece of side 1 unit only. So it matches here. And then if there is an arrangement like this, we can match the piece with side 1 by 1 here or here. But we cannot put it against this because we are again trying to match a side with x units with a side of 1 unit. And it is not possible here too. So go ahead and solve the puzzle. Hope you have solved the puzzle. Let's try solving the puzzle together again. So if you see, we are trying to match the sides having length x units. And then we are trying to match the sides having length 1 unit. And there we go. We have solved the puzzle. We have the big rectangle now. So if I were to tell you that you have stumbled upon a practical method of finding factors of a quadratic expression, would you believe that? Let's find out if that's true. Before that, we'll brush up on some basics. So when you see multiplication of two numbers like 5 multiplied by 3, 12 multiplied by 7 and so on, what geometrical figure and concept come to your mind? So the geometrical figure would be a rectangle, and the concept is the area of a rectangle, because 5 multiplied by 3 we can have it as 5 as the length and 3 as the breadth, and 5 3s are 15. That gives us the area of the rectangle. So similarly, when you multiply two binomials like x plus 2 and x plus 1, this also represents the area of a rectangle, because x plus 2 can be the length and x plus 1 can be the breadth. So now to find out the area of this rectangle, what we need to do is we need to expand this multiplication. So these are the things which you are all familiar with. So we get x square plus 3x plus 2. So since x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 1 represents the area of a rectangle, this x square plus 3x plus 2 should also represent the same area. So x square plus 3x plus 2, which is called the quadratic expression, is the product of x plus 2 and x plus 1. Therefore, x plus 2 and x plus 1 become the factors of that expression. So this is similar to saying that when we multiply 5 into 3 and get 15, then 5 and 3 are the factors of 15. So now the question for us is that if we are given a quadratic expression, can we get the factors for that expression? And the answer is we can. And we can do it both practically and by using a mathematical technique. So to get the factors practically, what we have to do is we have to assign more meaning to these pieces which we have. So the bigger piece having sides x unit by x unit, the area of that would be x square. The rectangular piece having sides x unit and 1 unit, the area of that would be x. And the smaller piece having sides 1 by 1 unit, the area of that would be 1. So now let's go back to the puzzle we solved. We said then that the puzzle that we solved would help us give us the factors of a quadratic expression. Let's find out. So what we had taken one piece having sides as x and x. So the area of that was x square. So we had one piece of area x square, and we had 6 pieces of area x and 8 pieces of area 1. So what do you think is the total area of this big rectangle? It is x square plus 6x and then 8 plus 8 ones. And the factors of this, x plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is x plus 4, and x plus 1 plus 1, which is x plus 2. So the factors of x square plus 6x plus 8 are x plus 4 and x plus 2. So now it is believable, right? So now you know how to find the factors of a quadratic expression. Now we'll try to get the factors of x squared plus 3x plus 2. We saw that when we multiplied the two binomials, we got this expression as the area of the rectangle. So we will see if we get back the two factors with which we got this expression. So what do we need? We need one piece of x square. How many pieces of x do we need? We need 3 pieces of x, and we need 2 pieces of 1. So this is similar to the puzzle that we solved. We just need to arrange these pieces to form a big rectangle and then try to find out if this gives us back those factors. So let us try to arrange the pieces to form the rectangle. There you are. That is the rectangle which we wanted. But then you might say that you might have a different arrangement. Put some different arrangements here. So this is our arrangement which we did. You could have an arrangement like this or like this. So it's still the same big rectangle. Now to find the factors, we just have to measure the length and the breadth of this rectangle. So what is the length of this? This side x, 1 and 1. So x plus 1 plus 1 becomes x plus 2, and the breadth is x plus 1 becomes x plus 1. So the length is x plus 2 and the breadth is x plus 1. So the factors are x plus 2 and x plus 1. Simple, isn't it? And for the other arrangements, you can see that the length still remains as x plus 2 and the breadth is x plus 1. So irrespective of the arrangement, the factors would still remain as x plus 2 and x plus 1. We will take a few more examples. Now we have to find out the factors of x squared plus 5x plus 6. So how many pieces do we need? We need one piece of area x squared, 5 pieces of area x, and 6 pieces of area 1. So now we have to arrange these pieces to form a rectangle. So is your arrangement similar? So like we spoke about in the previous example, some of the pieces may be on the other side, all that, but still the overall rectangle would be the same. So the factors are, we need to measure the length, that is x plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, x plus 3, and x plus 1 plus 1 would be x plus 2. So the length is x plus 3 and the breadth is x plus 2. So the factors are x plus 3 and x plus 2. Let's take another example which is slightly different from the previous examples. Here you see that instead of 1x square we have 2x squares. So how many pieces do we need? We need 2 pieces of area x square. We need 7 pieces of area x and 3 pieces of area 1. So what do we have to do? We have to form a rectangle. So this is what is the arrangement of the overall rectangle. And to get the factors, we just need to measure the length and the breadth. So the factors of 2x squared plus 7x plus 3 are 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. I urge you to try to find the factors of these quadratic expressions. You can use the pieces that we created, form rectangles, and find the factors. One challenge for you is that you have to arrive at the mathematical technique yourself. Try to see what patterns are emerging and then try to arrive at a technique. If you need some help, here are some hints. So once you get the factors, multiply them to get back the quadratic expression. And then look at the steps in the reverse order and see what you observed. You can also see how the pieces of area x are getting split in the rectangle that you have formed. Hint 2, check how the middle term is getting split and find out why it is so. So hope you liked the practical method of finding factors, and see you in the next video with the mathematical technique.